fabled heat, where magic meets desire. Subscribe to ignite the fantasy.
In the realm of Ethoria, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, the village of Brindlemark lay nestled within a valley. The air was alive with the sweet scent of blooming wildflowers and the gentle hum of bees as they flitted from petal to petal. It was a time of peace, a time of prosperity, and a time when the villagers would gather at the local tavern to share tales of adventure and bravery. Among them was a young woman named Ira, with hair as black as the night sky and eyes that shone like the stars on a clear evening. She was a skilled huntress, known for her unparalleled accuracy with a bow and her unwavering dedication to protecting the village from the shadows that lurked beyond the tree line. As she sat by the fire, listening to the tales of old, her mind began to wander to the mysterious forest that loomed at the edge of their village. The forest was a place of dark legend, where the ancient trees whispered secrets to the wind and the creatures of the night roamed free. Ira felt an inexplicable pull towards the forest, a sense of longing that she could not explain. She thought to herself, what secrets lie within the heart of the forest, what mysteries await discovery. The fire crackled and spat, sending sparks dancing into the night air as the villagers laughed and joked, their faces aglow with the warm light of the flames. Ira's companion, a man named Aaron with a strong jaw and piercing blue eyes, noticed her distant gaze and reached out to gently touch her hand. "Ira, what troubles you?" he asked, his voice low and soothing. Ira turned to him, her eyes locking onto his as she replied, "I feel a call, Aaron, a call to venture into the unknown, to uncover the secrets that lie within the heart of the forest." Aaron's expression turned serious, his brow furrowing in concern. "The forest is no place for a huntress, Ira. It is a realm of darkness, of ancient magic and forgotten lore." Ira's grip on her bow tightened, her determination evident in the set of her jaw. "I must go, Aaron, the forest beckons, and I would not be swayed." The villagers, sensing the tension between Ira and Aaron, fell silent, their eyes fixed upon the pair as they awaited the outcome of their conversation. The night air was heavy with anticipation, the only sound the distant hooting of an owl and the soft crackle of the fire. As the silence stretched, Ira rose to her feet, her movements fluid and deliberate. "I will venture into the forest, alone if need be," she declared, her voice firm and resolute. Aaron stood, his face set in a determined expression. "Then I will accompany you, Ira, for I would not have you face the dangers of the forest alone." Together they set out into the night, the village of Brindlemark fading into the distance as they walked towards the mysterious forest, the trees looming before them like sentinels of the unknown. The darkness seemed to swallow them whole, the only sound the soft rustle of leaves beneath their feet. Ira felt a shiver run down her spine as they walked, the forest growing denser and more menacing with each step. She thought to herself, what lies ahead, what secrets will the forest reveal to us? The trees seemed to close in around them, the branches tangling overhead to form a canopy of leaves that filtered the moonlight, casting the forest floor in a soft, ethereal glow. Ira and Aaron walked on, their senses heightened as they navigated the treacherous terrain, their hearts pounding in anticipation of what lay ahead. As they delved deeper into the forest, the silence grew thicker, the only sound the soft crunch of gravel beneath their feet. Ira's hand on the bowstring tightened, her senses on high alert as she scanned their surroundings, searching for any sign of danger. Aaron walked beside her, his eyes fixed on the path ahead, his hand on the hilt of his sword. The forest was a place of ancient magic, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the creatures of the night roamed free. Ira felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe as they walked through the forest, the trees looming above them like giants. She thought to herself, this is a place of magic, a place of wonder. What secrets will it reveal to us? As they walked, the trees grew taller, the canopy overhead growing thicker, filtering the moonlight and casting the forest floor in a soft, emerald-green glow. Ira and Aaron walked on, their senses heightened, their hearts pounding in anticipation of what lay ahead. The forest was a place of mystery, a place of wonder, and Ira felt a sense of excitement, a sense of trepidation as they delved deeper into its heart. Suddenly a twig snapped, the sound echoing through the forest like a shot. Ira's head jerked up, her eyes scanning the surroundings, her hand tightening on the bowstring. Aaron's hand on the hilt of his sword tightened, his eyes fixed on the underbrush. "What was that?" he whispered, his voice barely audible over the sound of their own breathing. Ira's eyes locked onto a pair of glowing eyes, the eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. "I do not know," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper, "but I think we are about to find out." The eyes drew closer, the glow growing brighter, illuminating the forest floor in an eerie, otherworldly light. Ira and Aaron stood frozen, their senses on high alert, their hearts pounding in anticipation of what lay ahead. And then a figure emerged from the shadows, its eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. Ira's hand on the bowstring tightened, her senses on high alert as she waited to see what the figure would do next. The figure drew closer, its eyes fixed on them, its movements fluid and deliberate. Ira thought to herself, what is this creature? What does it want? The figure stopped before them, its eyes fixed on Ira, its gaze piercing. Why have you come to the forest? It asked, its voice low and soothing. Ira stood tall, her hand on the bowstring tightening. We came seeking adventure, seeking to uncover the secrets of the forest. The figure regarded them for a moment, its eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. I am the guardian of the forest, it said finally, and I will not let you pass without a test. Ira's grip on the bowstring tightened, her senses on high alert. What test? She asked, her voice firm and resolute. The guardian regarded them for a moment, its eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. You must answer my riddle, it said finally. If you answer correctly, I will let you pass, but if you fail, you will never leave the forest. Ira's heart pounded in anticipation, her senses on high alert. I accept your challenge, she said finally, her voice firm and resolute. The guardian nodded, its eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. Very well, it said. Here is my riddle, what can be broken but never held, what can be given but never sold. Ira thought for a moment, her mind racing with possibilities, and then a look of understanding crossed her face. The answer is a promise, she said finally, her voice firm and resolute. The guardian regarded her for a moment, its eyes fixed on her with an unblinking stare, and then it nodded. You are correct, it said. The answer is indeed a promise. Well done, Ira. The guardian stepped aside, its eyes fixed on them with an unblinking stare. You may pass, it said. Ira and Aaron walked on, the forest growing denser and more menacing with each step. They walked for what felt like hours, the only sound the soft crunch of gravel beneath their feet. And then they saw it, a clearing filled with a soft, ethereal light. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, its branches reaching up towards the sky like giant arms. Ira felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe as she approached the tree. She thought to herself, this is a place of magic, a place of wonder. What secrets will it reveal to us? As they approached the tree, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was an old woman, her hair as white as snow and her eyes as blue as the sky. Welcome, Ira and Aaron, she said, her voice low and soothing. I have been waiting for you. Ira's eyes locked onto the old woman, her senses on high alert. Who are you? She asked, her voice firm and resolute. The old woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with mischief. I am the spirit of the forest, she said, and I have been waiting for you, Ira, for you have a special gift, the gift of magic. Ira's eyes widened in surprise, her mind racing with possibilities. What do you mean? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The old woman's smile grew wider, her eyes twinkling with mischief. You have the power to communicate with the creatures of the forest, she said. And I will teach you how to harness that power. Ira felt a sense of excitement, a sense of wonder as she listened to the old woman's words. She thought to herself, this is a gift of magic. What will I be able to do with it? The old woman began to teach Ira how to harness her power, how to communicate with the creatures of the forest. Ira learned quickly, her mind absorbing the knowledge like a sponge. And as she learned, she felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe at the magic that lay within her. She thought to herself, this is a gift of magic. What will I be able to do with it? As the night wore on, Ira and Aaron prepared to leave the forest, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They thanked the old woman, their voices filled with gratitude. Thank you, Ira said, her voice firm and resolute. Thank you for teaching me how to harness my power. The old woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with mischief. You are welcome, Ira, she said. Remember, your power is a gift, use it wisely. And with that, Ira and Aaron left the forest, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They walked back to the village, the only sound the soft crunch of gravel beneath their feet. As they walked, Ira thought to herself, this is just the beginning. What other adventures await us? The village of Brindlemark came into view, the thatched roofs of the cottages glowing golden in the moonlight. Ira and Aaron walked towards the village, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They knew that their adventure was just beginning, and they were eager to see what lay ahead. As they entered the village, the villagers looked up at them, their faces filled with curiosity. What news do you bring? One of them asked, his voice filled with excitement. Ira smiled, her eyes twinkling with mischief. We bring news of magic, she said, and of the wonders that lie within the heart of the forest. The villagers leaned in, their faces filled with wonder, as Ira and Aaron told them of their adventure. And as they listened, their eyes grew wide with excitement, their hearts filled with a sense of awe and wonder, for they knew that they too could experience the magic of the forest, and they were eager to begin their own adventures. The night wore on, the villagers listening with rapt attention as Ira and Aaron told them of their journey. And as they listened, they felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe at the magic that lay within the heart of the forest. The fire crackled and spat, sending sparks dancing into the night air as the villagers laughed and joked, their faces aglow with the warm light of the flames. Ira and Aaron sat among them, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They knew that their adventure was just beginning, and they were eager to see what lay ahead. The night air was filled with the sound of laughter and music, the villagers celebrating the magic of the forest. And as they celebrated, Ira and Aaron sat among them, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They knew that they would always treasure the memory of their adventure, and they were eager to begin their next journey. The villagers danced and sang, their faces filled with joy as Ira and Aaron watched them, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. The night wore on, the celebration continuing until the first light of dawn. And as the sun rose over the horizon, the villagers bid each other farewell, their faces filled with smiles. Ira and Aaron walked back to their cottage, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They knew that their adventure was just beginning, and they were eager to see what lay ahead. As they walked, Ira thought to herself, "This is just the beginning. What other adventures await us?" The cottage came into view, the thatched roof glowing golden in the morning light. Ira and Aaron walked towards it, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and awe. They knew that they would always treasure the memory of their adventure, and they were eager to begin their next journey. And as they entered the cottage, they felt a sense of peace, a sense of wonder at the magic that lay within the heart of the forest. They knew that they would always be drawn to the forest, and they were eager to see what other adventures awaited them. The door creaked shut behind them, the sound echoing through the stillness of the morning, and as they stood there, they felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe at the magic that lay within the heart of the forest. They knew that their adventure was just beginning, and they were eager to see what lay ahead.